Guns and stuff here. Got another review for you. This time I've got the Savage Mark II FV XP. The XP, I'm guessing it's the scope combo. Picked up the rifle for about $380. It was on sale. Yeah, bolt action, 21-inch barrel, heavy barrel. It is a heavy rifle. Accu trigger, and I thought it was going to come with a Bushnell scope, but actually it's got a Weaver scope on it. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out. It came, as you can see, it came as it stands. I stuck the bolt in. Comes with a 5-round magazine, but when I was at one of my local shops, I picked up a 10-round magazine for it as well. So this fits in smoothly. The 5-round magazine, you really have to get your fingers on the end of it to try and pull it out. So I'm not sure why. So we'll see if it works out better when I go to the range with it. Maybe it just needs to be in and out for a couple of times. I mean, they look the same. This one looks a bit thinner there, so maybe it's just not been made correctly or not. I mean, they look identical on the tops there. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it sticks in quite hard and it's difficult to get out. This one, it was easy. So you get yeah, so it's a Weaver scope, and I believe it's a 3.9 by 40mm. Comes with a little bud there. I know they've gone out of business, or they've stopped. They've stopped making scopes, but they're still making the rails. And yeah, I've heard they're pretty good. So we'll see what they're like on the at the range. But first impressions, it's a nice rifle. Let me turn it the other way so you can see it. Yeah, just so you can see, got a little red tag in there, so it's unloaded. There's no magazine or anything. The bolt's open. So it comes with the Weaver scope, and it's quite nice. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a yellow tint to the end of the glass there when the covers, so I can take the covers off. I'm not sure if that's something to do with sunlight. The front one's one's clear, but yeah, it's made in Lakefield, Ontario, Canada. 22 LR. It's got a nice weight to it. So it's polymer stock. It's no different from the Marlin stock. Could have had slightly higher here, I think. Yeah, I'm quite close up with this. Maybe I'll change the stock a little later. So we'll see. We'll see how it fires. I mean, I'll shoot the Marlin. It's the 795 Marlin with Bushnell red dot on there. Put the rail on myself, so it's on the dovetail there. But yeah, 50 yards. This thing is great. I actually like this rifle. Obviously, you can't get it at the moment because Ruger bought them out. So we'll see what happens with Marlin rifles later down the road. I did hear that Marlin's gonna come back around under the Ruger name, but we'll see. Yeah, so it comes with a scope. It's mounted. You can take it off and put. I did buy a Picatinny rail for it, but found out that there was two different rails, two different openings on the rifles. I can't remember when they changed it. It might have been like in the early 2000s maybe. where it had a 3/8, and then the new ones are a 5/8, so the rail doesn't fit, so I've got to take it back. It's not too, I was going to stick a red dot on it instead, but we'll see how this scope does. I did some reviews on the Weaver scopes, and they seem to be pretty good, especially for a 2.2 or even a higher caliber rifle. But first impressions, I like it. It feels nice. It's heavy. I like the heavy barrel. I could have went for the F version, which would have been $329, but I just like the look of the heavy barrel. So we'll see what sort of accuracy it's going to get out of it. But I mean, if it's any accuracy the same as what I'm getting out of the Marlin, then I'll be happy. We'll see it when I start shooting maybe 75 yards instead, or even up to 100 yards. We'll see how the scope works. It's free floating barrel as well. It seems to be solid. Some of the reviews I saw before is that you can squeeze this, but I don't seem to squeeze it. It seems to be fine with me on the end here. Yeah, bolt's a bit stiff at the moment. Oh, because I've got this in there, so silly me. Let's take that out. Yeah, I think a bit of oiling. I might take it apart and give it a good oiling, and then before I go to the range. Not sure how much oil's in there. I know the magazine was caked in oil, but the bolt seems to be a bit dry, so we'll see. Then you got safety catch, just a thumb there, easy to use, easy, accurate trigger as well. I don't want to fire it off or anything like that, you know, dry fire it. I read somewhere there it's not very good to dry fire the 22s, but then again, the bolt's closed, the bolt's open anyway. But yeah, let's have a look at the magazine. I'm not going to stick the 5-round magazine in because it's just difficult to get out, so I'll have to play around with it. That fits in nicely. I thought I'd get the stainless steel. I could have got a black one, but the stainless steel just looks nice. Would have been nice to have a stainless steel barrel, but beggars can't be choosers. Slim pickings out there at the moment, especially in Canada, for finding rifles. I was looking at the FVSR, but what's the point of having the SR, the threaded barrel, when in Canada we can't put a suppressed one, so it's pointless. And a muzzle brake on a 22 is pointless as well. So this was the second best choice out of what I could get. So I think it's gonna be a nice rifle. I think it's gonna be great. Maybe change it later down the road, but for now we'll see how it does at the range. Do a review at the range sometime soon. The weather's got better in Canada now, especially on the east coast. We've got the sun and a couple of nice days coming up, so hopefully I can get down to the range and show you what it does. But yeah, any comments, just put them below, any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Oh, and nearly forgot, please subscribe. Cheers. Actually, before I go, I'll show you the Marlin. I'm sure there's been a few of the reviews going around for the Marlin. This is an original one, so Marlin Firearms in Huntsville, I believe, Alabama, if that's correct. And model 795 micro groove barrel, 22 LR. Yeah, again, as I told you, I put a pick rail on there. Fits quite nice. It's all set up, and getting some really good groups out of this rifle. It's a tack driver. This thing just shoots anything. I've put CCI through it. I've put cheap bulk, 38 grain, 40 grain, everything through it, and the thing just eats the ammo. But I've had it for about 2 years now. I think I've had this one. Yeah, it's just a great rifle to to take down to the range, especially with the ammo prices right at the moment. I've got a 303, the Enfield battle spec, and I think to get a box of 20 rounds for that now, you're looking at, I don't know, $77 Canadian for a box of 20. It's just getting crazy. So if I find any of that, then I'll buy some if I find it cheap. But I'm not paying $77 for 20 rounds. I mean, I just picked up 300 rounds of 22 for, I think it was like $27, and that was CCI standard velocity. So I think 2.2 is the way to go, especially when you're going down to the range. But yeah, so it's got the iron sights on there as well. You can see the front sight. But yeah, it's a great rifle. And it comes with a 10 round magazine. I also got a 25 round magazine for it too from one of the other suppliers. So it's yeah, it's really nice. So I had it out, so I thought I'd just quickly show you there. But again, any questions on either of the rifles, put it in the comments. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.